Florida logged a big 24/7 Sports crystal ball for Florida over the weekend as well, for the number one ranked cornerback in the top 247, Cormani McClain. On last episode of Wiltfong Whiparound, I told y'all that I liked Florida's position, and I think that the atmosphere and Cormani seeing the product on the field may be comfortable enough to put in that crystal ball forecast. Now, the recruitment's not done. Alabama's in there, Miami's in there, but I just think Florida's in the driver's seat, and my crystal ball is a current pulse pick. Coach Patrick Toney's scheme, the relationship with Coach Corey Raymond and his track record, Billy Napier and the culture that he's building at Florida, and an electric atmosphere inside the swamp, being surrounded by Florida commits. I really think that has put Florida in a terrific position for Cormani McClain as they battle Alabama and Miami for him moving forward. Florida trying to make moves with some guys committed elsewhere over the weekend. They had top 247 offensive lineman Roderick Carney, who's committed to Florida State right now. I like the way it's trending for the Gators. He's expected back at Florida this weekend. Now, the thing is Florida State hasn't had a game visit with him yet. They haven't had their official visit with him. So even though I like the way it's trending for Florida right now, Florida State maybe not going to be out of that one down the road if he does indeed flip. So that one may be a battle to the end. But the momentum appears to be with Florida right now, even though he's currently committed to Florida State. And then you have five-star running back Cedric Baxter, number 2 running back in the 24/7 Sports top 247 player rankings. He's committed to Texas. Florida, there was some talk originally of it being an official visit this weekend, but Florida got him on an unofficial. And talking to his dad afterwards, Coach Napier and Coach Jaluk definitely making him feel like a priority, seeing the way that Florida was able to run the ball and getting their young guys involved, getting Etienne involved, and then they liked what they saw from Naquan Wright as well. I think that Florida is in an interesting spot for the Texas commit. I think there's a good chance that they get him back for an official visit. Miami also in position to get another visit from Cedric Baxter. Like we said on last week's episode, his dad wants him to take his official visits. Texas was the only one he took. Certainly, his dad said that he had thought that his son was good with Texas, but Florida for sure giving him a lot to think about. And then talking to some people that spent time with the Baxter family. And they also had 5-star running back Richard Young on campus, who's committed to Alabama. I think that they think there's more runway to make a move with Cedric Baxter as Florida sits on the nation's number 10 recruiting class. They already have one running back committed in Trayon Webb, but would love to hit on Cedric Baxter, who was a top target for them regardless of position. And I think at the very least, they've given him a lot to think about. Going to be another awesome recruiting weekend for Florida this weekend with Kentucky coming to town. Keon Keeley expected. Bryce Thornton's a major defensive back recruit. And then you have maybe their top quarterback in 2024 and DJ Lagway coming in, who certainly loved what he saw from Anthony Richardson in week 1. Florida wasn't the only Sunshine State program that had some glory, though. It's been a long time since we've seen the big 3 in the Sunshine State this healthy at the same time. And I know it's after week 1 and anything can happen. It's a long season, and we'll see how these teams continue to go through the season with their first or second year coaches. But Miami, they were basically given a slam dunk in week 1 with Bethune-Cookman, but in my opinion, turned it into a 360 slam, maybe even put it between their legs before throwing it down. 70-13 victory there. Had some major targets on campus. One of the nation's top edge rushers, Ruben Bain, 4-star running back, 24/7 Sports composite 4-star running back Christopher Johnson's a major target for them as they try and spruce up that running back room. And certainly they're going after Cedric Baxter as well. Amari Brown is coveted a defensive back as there is in the state. He was back this weekend. And then Tyler Williams, a 4-star receiver that has been trending Georgia on the 24/7 Sports crystal ball. He canceled his visit to Ole Miss to come to Miami. So what a weekend for Mario Cristobal and company to make an impression on some top targets. The crystal ball is favoring the Hurricanes for Bain and Christopher Johnson. Week 1 performance certainly couldn't have hurt as Miami getting some momentum on the field to go with that great momentum the coaching staff was able to build during the offseason. Then Florida beating LSU on a neutral field there in New Orleans, beating the Tigers in front of 5-star receiver Hakeem Williams, 24/7 Sports composite 5-star there. There's been a lot of momentum with Florida State coming into it. Now to start the season 2-0 kind of validates what Mike Norvell and his staff have been telling prospects, that hey, this program's on the uptick. We are on the verge of winning big games. They have the number 23 recruiting class in the country in 2023. Hakeem Williams is a major target that I'm really starting to like where Florida State's sitting with him. He's visiting Pitt this weekend. He's got A&M in 2 weeks. A&M is the 24/7 Sports crystal ball favorite, but there are sources that actually think Florida State's the one to beat right now. I'm still kind of riding with my pick to A&M, especially with them having a big home game coming up in a couple weeks against Miami. Miami's still chopping wood on Hakeem Williams as well, but Florida State getting a win with him in the building, critical for them ultimately landing one of the nation's top pass catchers. Still love Florida State for Blake Nicholson. And then Florida State, like I said, they have the number 2 ranked class in the country. You have Cameron Davis, who's as good a running back as there is in that class. He kind of reminds me of Cam Akers on the high school level with the way he's a quarterback for Albany Doherty High, and he was at the game. So to play like that in front of him, Luke Cromahek, who's Cromahok, who's a quarterback committed to them, who Andrew Ivan saw play a couple weeks ago. Those are kind of franchise pieces at key positions that they have early in the fold in 2024. And so for them to get a big win like that, big for the future as recruiting's up to snuff, just keeping everybody in the fold for them moving forward.